WWE Smackdown last night was a pretty interesting night. We had LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship, Braun Strowman versus Solo, Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre, and then Chelsea Green versus Michin for the United States Women's Championship in a street fight match. And you could tell SmackDown tonight was already finna be some shit because Drew McIntyre, before the show even starts, sees Damian Priest walking through the arena and just immediately starts to attack him. Having Damian Priest just laid out on the floor. Damn, I feel bad for bro. In my opinion, when it comes to Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, I know the match is gonna cook. I just want to see more of a storyline between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre so it can give me a reason to want it a little bit more. We cut to the arena where Randy Orton is making his entrance down to the ring. You can tell the crowd really appreciates this man because whenever he makes his way down to that ramp, he always gets a massive pop. The fact that Randy Orton has been wrestling since I have been in diapers is mad insane. Look how cool Randy is. He even gave the crowd member a little high five. Look, come on, that is one stand-up guy. But Randy Orton, he gets into the ring and then he drops a promo about John Cena turning heel at the Elimination Chamber. He says that since he's been in the company, John Cena has always been at the top of his position. Now he says that he's just the bottom of the rock. And then he looks into the camera and he says, I guess that gives a whole new turn to the meaning, rock bottom. He compares himself to Kevin Owens and he says Kevin Owens is just like him when it compares to him going like evil and going into, let's say, '09 bald head Randy Orton. He says that KO is a jealous individual. He was jealous of Cody when he had the title around his waist. He says that Kevin Owens tried to end Sami Zayn's career because he knew that Sami Zayn was going to be a bigger star than him. He said that Kevin Owens and him, they used to be friends, and it's kind of sad that they're not friends anymore. Because when Kevin Owens and Randy Orton was a tag team, that was pretty cool. They could have became the tag team champions. But now it's to the point where Randy Orton was about to punt him in the head at the Elimination Chamber. And the last time I remember Randy Orton giving someone a punt to the head was back in the day when he gave a punt to the head to Ric Flair, I think. He talks about his near career-ending injury where he had to get spinal surgery to fix himself. And he says that ever since he came back, he's been trying to do his best to stay good. Be a good Randy Orton, not a bad Randy Orton. But at Elimination Chamber, he said the voices, they started to click. They started to click in his head. At Elimination Chamber, he said the voices started to tell him, kick Kevin Owens in the fucking head. But the only thing that stopped him from doing it was security. Backstage segment. Tiffany Stratton and the general manager, Nick Aldis. I can't say this dude's name right, but I'm gonna get it right. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven interrupt Tiffany Stratton. Chelsea is pretty much mad that she has to be in a match with Michin tonight. You could tell a match is about to happen. Tiffany looks annoyed. She asks if she can have a match with Piper Niven. Chelsea declines, stating that it's very unconstitutional. Nick reminds her that she does not run WWE, and the match is on. The match starts off strong with Tiffany Stratton going stupid in the ring, missile drop kick. I don't know what this move is, but she jumped over the rope with her two legs and did a flip. It was fucking awesome. You got Niven on the outside doing flips and shit. Tiffany Stratton with a picture perfect swanton. Piper Niven almost ends up getting the big win, only for her to end up losing to the prettiest moonsault by Tiffany Stratton. The match is not over yet. You got Charlotte Flair coming out of nowhere, hitting her in the back of the leg, putting her in the 8-figure-4 leg lock. She was holding that shit in like she just wanted to snap her leg and make sure her opponent would not make it to WrestleMania. In my opinion, when it comes to this storyline, I really don't know how to feel about it. I know the match is going to cook, obviously, but they need to do a lot more before WrestleMania starts for me to really get interested. In my opinion, I'm going to need Tiffany Stratton just to show a little bit more aggression when it comes to Charlotte Flair attacking her. It's just been looking like she's just been kicking her ass. We go to another backstage segment. We got Nick Aldis with a Sharpie in his hand, and he's like got a whole bunch of, he's like going Batman on us. Yeah, I think Nick Aldis has lost his shit. He talks about the WWE tag team division and how There has been a lot of turmoil going on right now, a lot of bad energy. If I were to compare WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown tag team division right now, I personally like SmackDown's WWE tag team division more. I can say they can do more when it comes to giving more promo and more ring time when it comes to the other wrestlers. Next match, we have Motor City Machine Gun versus Pretty Deadly versus Las Garza. They have a triple threat tag team match. We got Las Garza turning up in the ring, Angel with a cool looking drop kick. It kind of looked like Liu Kang when he hit the bicycle kick. Individually, both at the same time hitting a double flip off the turnbuckle. We come back from the commercial break and Chris Sabin is getting lit in the ring. Eventually, everyone else starts to get in the ring and start hitting their moves. We got Chris Sabin flying around the ring again. Machine Gun tries to go for Skull and Bones just to have Alex Shelley get thrown out of the ring. Roll up pin by Pretty Deadly for the win. We get a replay package of the moment when Jade Cargill attacked Naomi at the Elimination Chamber. You just have poor Bianca in the pod just banging on it while she's seeing Naomi get beat the hell up by Jade Cargill. Bianca makes her way down to the ring, and we get a flashback of Io Sky defeating Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship, where people low-key think that Bianca had somewhat of an interference in that match. We cut to the ring where we have a very depressing looking Bianca Belair. She said that she's confused with everything that's been going on. She's wondering why Naomi got beat up by Jade Cargill. She's wondering why no one is not talking to her. Jay's not talking to her, Naomi's not talking to her, and she's also mad that people are starting to accuse her. She calls out Naomi to come out to the ring and explain what is going on. Naomi makes her way down to the ring sported with a studded neck brace, all black with diamonds, and an all black gear. The biggest signification that, yeah, she's completely turned heel. Bianca asks Naomi what the hell is going on, and you can slowly start to hear the crowd build up with bigger and louder boos. And throughout the whole conversation, Bianca Belair is just pleading and asking Naomi to express and let her know what happened. All Naomi wanted to do was deflect and not give out a straightforward answer, getting to the point where she's literally gaslighting Bianca Belair, stating that I'm the reason that you didn't have to relinquish your tag team titles. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty fucked up. Bianca Belair gets tired of all the bickering and gaslighting, pretty much deflecting the whole conversation. Naomi says Jade has been piggybacking off of her the whole entire time. Bianca then demands Naomi to answer her now. And at this point, I started thinking to myself, am I watching BET or am I watching USA? Deadass, I thought I was watching the Tyler Perry movie. Naomi then admits that, yeah, she attacked Jade Cargill. And just like Rikishi saying, I did it for The Rock back in the day, Naomi says, I did it for you, Bianca. Bianca is not having none of that shit. She's walking away. Naomi's just sitting over there crying and sobbing, begging and pleading for her to come back. Naomi's emotions must have been so high at that moment because she slipped up and called Bianca an ungrateful bitch. A SUV pulls up on the Tron. Oh my god, it's Jade Cargill. She walks out to the ramp with an all-white, blood-splattered fit on. And at this point, the crowd is lit, and you could tell Naomi is about to get completely obliterated. Jade Cargill makes her way down to the ring, tossing around Naomi, slamming her head into the LED pole. When I mean she is literally giving Naomi a beatdown, she is giving her a beatdown. She brings her back into the ring and hits her with her patented finisher, Jaded. In my opinion, that was the best segment of SmackDown tonight, and I want to see more of where this feud is going to take off. Is Naomi possibly going to get like a tag team partner to help her out now that she's alone? We cut to a backstage segment with Byron Saxton approaching Drew McIntyre. He pretty much talks about like how he's pissed off that he lost at Elimination Chamber, and Damian Priest is the reason why he lost, and he's going to be bringing nothing but violence to Damian's way. And here's some amazing news. Lex Luger is now going to be inducted into WWE Hall of Fame of 2025. Honestly, it's been a long time coming, and he honestly deserves it. Another backstage segment with Byron Saxton and Charlotte Flair. He asks, why did you attack Tiffany? She says that the women's division is soft, and B-Fab interrupts. B-Fab says that no one is bowing down to Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair disagrees. Then she issues a match for her for next week. Back to the ring, we have Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa. Solo tries to charge at the big man Braun Strowman, only to end up getting a big charge in the end. Braun then sends him over the rope. He goes outside to hit his patented choo-choo train move, but then he runs into a steel step. Solo gets him back into the ring, hitting him with a huge hip attack to the face. We come back from a commercial break. Solo tries to lift the big man Braun Strowman, and he actually does, hitting him with a Samoan drop. Running hip attack again, and at this moment, Braun Strowman is completely done for. Then out of nowhere, he revives with a big boot and a crossbody. Another big boot. We go outside the ring again, and this time he actually hits him with the choo-choo train move. And at this point, you would have thought Braun Strowman was going to get the win. No, Tamataga then interferes and interrupts the match. Braun goes to take out Tango. Then the werewolf, Jacob Fatu, makes his way down to the ring. The two giants have a stare-off. Then they both brawl. We got Jacob Fatu going for a huge suicide dive. Braun Strowman taking Jacob Fatu, throwing him over the announcer table. And Braun Strowman must not be familiar with Jacob Fatu because this madman is already up. Look behind you. At this point, it went from a 1v1 match to a backstage brawl with an animal. They end up fighting all the way on top of, I don't even know what the fuck they were fighting on top of, but Jacob tries to drop Braun Strowman and then he reverses it and then choke slams Jacob Fatu through a goddamn table. And then even after all of that, bro, he still got up. This nigga is like a Samoan Jason, a Samoan Michael Myers. Backstage segment, Byron Saxton and LA Knight. LA Knight pretty much says that he's going to get his title back. Drops a pretty passionate promo stating that the place that he's in right now will be the rebirth of his title reign. And honestly, I'm wishing for him to get his title back. In my opinion, I felt like he should have never lost it, at least at that time. We cut to another backstage segment. Chelsea Green dressed up looking like Cactus Jack. I'm not gonna lie, fit check is on point. You got to hurt Piper Niven to the side, and then Selena, she pops in and says whoever wins this match, she's going to have a shot at that title pretty soon. Back to the ring, and then we have Cactus Chelsea Green. And then we have Mitchin, sporting a Eagles jersey, making her way down to the ring with a cart full of weapons, somewhat like Raven. Mitchin gets into the ring, Chelsea gets her head banged on. And for what it is, this match is actually cooking. I thought it was going to be like a bore fest, but I was actually pretty happy for what I saw. You got moments where Mitchin is biting Chelsea Green's hand, smashing her head in with a goddamn baking pan. And every time Mitchin went to go grab for a table, Chelsea would just go in and intervene and stops her, hitting her with a salute. Even in the picture-to-picture, you can see Chelsea Green is dragging Mitchin around with a rope. This match is like insane. We cut back from the commercial break. Mitchin then pulls a fire extinguisher from under the apron. She tries to go for the table once again to only have Piper Niven interrupt. Then Chelsea Green out of nowhere hitting a Shane McMahon coast to coast. Holy shit, I did not expect that to happen. B-Fab then makes her way down to the ring to assault Piper Niven with a kendo stick. More action in the ring, and I don't know what the hell this move was, but the long back is what they call it? Yo, alright. She runs right into Chelsea Green with the trash can on her face. Boom. She goes out into the ring and grabs the table for the third time. ECW chants. Chelsea Green then gives her a bulldog. She sets the table up and tries to put Mitchin through the table, but Mitchin then reverses, hitting her with the Eat the Fist. She lands on the table, but it low-key slightly falls down. And you would have thought Chelsea Green was all done for because Mitchin then hits a jumping backdrop on Chelsea Green to slam her through the table. Someone then interrupts the match. Who is it? Holy shit, it's Alba Fire. Yes, Alba Fire has made her return to the ring as a stooge for Chelsea Green. She then gives her a Canadian Destroyer on top of the chair, giving Chelsea Green the big win. Backstage segment. We have a very pissed off Santos Escobar. He's tired of all the losses that the team has been taking and wants to see major changes soon. And then we have Andrade. He asks Humberto, why do you take this from this team? Giving me the impression that there might be a breakup pretty soon. Finally, the man that everyone has been waiting for, Cody Rhodes. When he makes his walk down to the ramp, you could tell that this is a very different Cody. He looks depressed, he looks sad and beaten up. He has a black eye and a cotton swab in his ear, most likely from the slap that Travis Scott gave him at the Elimination Chamber. You could tell this is a sad Cody because he didn't even hit the whoa. He asks the crowd of Philadelphia, City of Champions, what do you want to talk about? Obvious question with an obvious answer. It's the most watched moment in WWE history, pro wrestling history. And there I am, laying on the bottom, tasting my own blood. He says his daughter asks him, what happened to your face? And he doesn't even know what to say. So he said he told her what he can only classify as a Cody lie. He told her that he ran into a wall. He talked about how John Cena used to be a hero to everyone, from the people buying all of his t-shirts, saying his slogan, never give up. And in my opinion, when it comes to Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, I honestly think that John Cena is winning that match. Like, I love the Cody Rhodes run, but it just makes sense to put the title on John Cena. He ends the promo by telling John Cena, if you want some, come get some. Another backstage segment, The Miz, Carmelo Hayes, and Nick. We just pretty much have The Miz still trying to incorporate Melo into whatever the hell he is trying to do. He's trying to get him onto his TV show, calling it the Miz Melo or the Melo TV. I forgot what it was called. Melo then gets to talking about Randy Orton, saying that he's at the crib, probably playing Fortnite, only for Randy to interrupt, saying, nah, I play Elden Ring. Nick then offers a match to Randy Orton to go one-on-one with Carmelo Hayes next week. He told Carmelo Hayes, don't fumble the pass. Next match, we have Drew McIntyre versus Big Jim. Jimmy Uso makes his way to the ring, but once he gets into the ring, he meant straight business, giving a spinning uppercut to Drew McIntyre. They fight for a bit, Jimmy Uso hitting a suicide dive. Drew McIntyre stops him in his track. After commercial break, we got Jimmy Uso in the ring hitting Drew McIntyre with the super kicks of doom, hitting her with a Samoan drop, 1-2, but Drew kicks out. Jimmy gets hyped up from the crowd. He runs into Drew McIntyre to hit him with a hip attack. Drew McIntyre tries to hit Jimmy with a suplex, but Jimmy doesn't allow it, striking him in the head with another super kick. Then Big Jim calls for it. He goes on top of the rope to hit a big splash, only to end up hitting nothing. And out of nowhere, Claymore kick to the face, 1, 2, 3, your winner, Drew McIntyre. After the match, Drew McIntyre walks away, only to look back at the ring to possibly attack Jimmy Uso, only for Damian Priest to get his lick back and attack him from behind. Officials come to break up Damian Priest. He says he's going to kill him. These guys are going to destroy each other at WrestleMania. We get a promo from Shinsuke Nakamura. He pretty much states that he will be a better champion than LA Knight will ever be, saying that he will be begging for mercy tonight. We get a segment from their Street Profits. They pretty much won't smoke, asserting their dominance, saying they're tired of all these new people getting chances and not them. We have a backstage segment, Byron Saxton meeting up with DIY. DIY acknowledged all the turmoil that is going on with the division, but they don't seem too worried about losing their championships. Ciampa then asks Byron out of respect, can we hold a silence for the Street Profits and their chances of winning the tag team championship? Next week, it will be DIY versus the Street Profits in a tag team titles match. Main event time, LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of loving Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance. The samurai-inspired outfit and the mask, it looks crazy as hell. Fire fit. We start the match off with LA Knight throwing strong punches to Shinsuke, only for Shinsuke to come back with a knee attack. They brawl outside of the ring, only for Shinsuke to hit him again with another knee attack. At this point, Shinsuke has completely taken over the match. Then LA Knight finally ends up rebounding, hitting Shinsuke Nakamura with a running leg drop through the rope. We cut back from commercial break, big clothesline from LA Knight. And at this point, LA Knight is not letting up on Shinsuke, hitting him with a big elbow drop. 1, 2, kick out. LA Knight tries to go for a super suplex. Shinsuke then evades, only to end up hitting LA Knight with a back drop from the top rope. And for what it's worth, the match is pretty good. It got me really invested, like I could not take my eyes off the match. LA Knight goes for the super suplex again. This time he actually hits it. He hits another elbow drop. They brawl outside of the ring, only for Nakamura to almost hit LA Knight with a chair. LA Knight then grabs the chair and tries to hit Nakamura. The ref then reminds him that it is not a no disqualification match. Shinsuke tries to hit LA Knight with the chair, only for Charles Robinson to grab the chair and take it away from him. LA Knight almost runs into the ref, only for Shinsuke Nakamura to give the ref a red miss. He tries to go for a pin, but the ref is losing his shit. Shinsuke tries to take advantage again, only for LA Knight to rebound and hitting him with a BTF on top of the steel chair. New ref makes his way down to the ring. 1, 2, 3. Now we have a new WWE United States champion. Honestly, I would give this show a 3 out of 5. I guess the storyline that I liked it the most out of this episode was Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. Like, I really want to see more of that. And then the Chelsea Green and Mitchell match, that was pretty fire. Also, LA Knight is our new WWE United States champion, which I really felt like he should have never lost to begin with. But that was my WWE SmackDown review. I'm out. Leave a like, subscribe, share, all type of shit like that.